sauce. Yay. See? That's because we're supposed to be connected, DJ Globally. That's what we're. Y'all go follow DJ Globally. If you are not following them, go follow him, please. Also, OT underscore Tommy 215. Go follow them as well, y'all. Thank you. Okay, so I work from home. I work on my phone. I work online. My income producing activities only take 2 hours a day. So back to what I was saying, back to my regularly scheduled talk. So I walked away from everything and I started over. And it was scary. So this is a word for somebody who's starting over. So let me tell y'all something. This is a word for somebody who's starting over. Hello. If you are starting over in life, maybe in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or even beyond that, maybe you had a bad marriage or a bad breakup, or maybe it was a business deal or something that went wrong and you're trying to start your life over and you're like, I just don't know how I'm going to make it. Can I tell you, you can make it. You can do this, even if it doesn't feel like it right now, right? I walked away from the multi-million-dollar business and the wonderful outside looking in life that I created to start over. I left with my mom, my 6 kids, and my self-esteem intact. And it was not easy. I had to start over. I went to bed hungry some nights because after the kids ate, there was nothing left for me to eat. I didn't go whining to my kids, oh, there's nothing for me to eat because you kids ate up all the food. Like, we don't do that, right? Especially moms, we don't do that. We just go to bed hungry, and the next day we figure out how not to go to bed hungry tonight, right? Am I right or am I right? Okay. But I wasn't willing to stay in that stuck state. I wasn't willing to stay sad and down and depressed. There was a lot of things that were supposed to be done on my behalf that weren't done. I can look back and say, yeah, I could have, should have, would have done some things differently, but you don't know what you don't know. And how many of y'all know that you just don't know what you don't know? It's not like you're stupid. It's not like, oh, I would have never done. You don't know what the hell you would do until you have to do it. You don't know what you would do in any situation until you were actually in that situation. So I want to tell you, don't let other people tell you that you can't have your dreams, that you can't live your best life, that you can't do all of these things because of whatever the circumstances. Maybe you just got fired from your job. Maybe you're part of this crazy government shutdown crap, or anything that this government in the U.S. is doing is a bunch of damn nonsense, right? Maybe you're stuck in this trap and you're like, I want a better life. And here's the thing. Most people that resonate with me, they know that better is possible. They know it. They know like they know like they know. They're not guessing if a better life is possible. Here's where they have a challenge. They don't know how to get to that better life. They don't know how to do it. It's not that they don't want to. It's not that they're not willing. Because, see, I don't work with people that are whiners and naysayers and crybabies. I don't work with you. So if anybody got offended by that, that's probably, you might be one of those people. So I'm just saying, maybe, I don't know, maybe you are. But you wouldn't want to work with me anyway, because I only want to work with people that want to change their lives. I only want to work with people that are like, you know what? I know better is possible. If this little lady right here in this purpley shirt and this blonde hair is telling me that she created a multi-million-dollar business offline and she started in her bedroom and she did it, I know for a fact that I can do it. I know for a fact that you can do it, and that's what I'm here to tell you. You can do that. Okay? So if you are somebody who's struggling, who is going through it, and I'm not trying to minimize your struggle. I've been on that struggle bus. I've been the driver. I've been the passenger. I've been the mechanic out there changing the flat tires. I've been all the things on the struggle bus. I've been there, done that. Got the t-shirt and the hat. But there is a better way. There is an easier way. You can go up there to the link in my bio and you can put in your information and you can just see if it's something for you. Right? Here's what smart people. And I tend to attract intelligent people. You might not be a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist. I'm not either. You might not be the smartest bulb in the box. Some of your friends might even think you're stupid. And I did a post about this the other day. I'm going to tell y'all in a second. But go up there to the link in my bio Get the information. Hello, who am I talking to? I'm talking to you. Hello, wake up. Talking to you. Go get the information. See if it's something for you. Come in. Get in where you fit in. Do the installment plan. Do, part time, whatever, part time, full time. People are doing this in like the nooks and crannies of their day. Inside of one of the programs I have, this lady was working 18 hours a day. 18 hours a day. Now, I know some of us work a lot of hours, but most people do not work 18 hours a day. But she was. Her name is Amy. Shout out to She was working 2 jobs. 18 hours a day. And she had 2 or 3 kids, single mom. The other parent, the dad, never helped her do anything. She did it all on her own, except create them, obviously. But she did it all on her own. And when she saw that she could earn an income, she saw somebody just like me talking on social media saying that they made money from their phone in a couple of hours a day. That they didn't need any tech skills. That they didn't need to have a big following. That they didn't need to, there's no MLMs, no uplines, no downlines, no freaking cold calling people, no recruiting people, no getting in people's DMs. Like, do you keep your options open? No, I don't. Stop DMing me. So, and no going to your friends and family who are sick and tired of you anyway, because you probably have been in 10 different things that they supported you in, and they're not supporting you anymore. Who cares, right? So she did this. She didn't know anything about it. She wasn't, her daughter, she only was on TikTok because her daughter was doing dancing videos, and her daughter's friend were doing dancing videos, and she wanted her to watch her videos because she's working 18 hours a day. So how many of y'all know she really wasn't having any type of quality time with her children? So her daughter saying, "Mommy, get TikTok so you can see me do my dancing videos." It's if you're a mom, it's at the same time very heartwarming that your kid would want you to follow them on social media and see what they're doing, but also kind of sad and almost heartbreaking that your kid doesn't have any time with you. So the only real connection that they're trying to make with you is through social media. Hold on, I gotta move my puzzle piece, which means I've been on this live for an hour. Okay, yay, we've been here for an hour. And I said we were only going to talk for a few minutes. All right. Again, if you're starting over, I want to encourage you. Because what I'm going to do with this page, I just decided this the other day. My other page, my Team Pay Daily, I usually am giving tips and talking to people that are already doing digital marketing, and they may be struggling. Maybe they're new and they're still confused. And there's one lady on here, and I'm not gonna say her name. She has her own program, and I guess she bashes every other type of online program, digital marketing or whatever. And she says it because she's the only legit person, I guess, on the internet. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about her because a lot of people talk about her already. I'm here to say that that's not accurate. But also sometimes people do make it seem like it's freaking magic. All you got to do is pick up your phone and talk into it and make a video, and you're going to make billions of dollars online today, and you don't have to do a damn thing. It's not true, because we're talking about a business. We're not talking about a hobby. We're talking about a business. So back to my point that I was making with how you can do this is you do it 2 hours a day. So one of the things that somebody was saying was like, there are people who are telling you can make money online from your phone and you only have to work 2 hours a day are lying to you. Well, that's the lie right there, that saying that you can't make money from your phone in 2 hours a day is a freaking lie. Here's how you know it's a lie. How many of y'all still have a job? How many of you guys have a job? Let me know in the comments. You can just put J or J. Yeah, I'm right. You're right, DJ Globally. Right. Hey, Qlab, follow me, my beautiful. Okay. So as long as you're not a spammer, scammer, or sugar daddy, I will follow you, Qualab. I'm not sure if I'm messing up your name. I should have been on this long ago. Yeah, so you can get on it now today, DJ Globally. Just go right there to the link in my bio or send me a DM and get the information. Get the information. This is the thing I'm saying to y'all. And I'm glad you said that because this is really a good point. People are waiting. We're waiting. We're spending our lives in the freaking waiting room, right? We got a job that we love or maybe we hate. Okay, so you go to this job, you're working all these long hours, but how many of y'all, where I was going with that is Amy was working these 18 hours a day. So just imagine that. That was between two jobs. It's not like she was at the one job, took a little break and then came back. No, two different jobs. That only leaves 6 hours left in the day. Only 6 hours left in the day. And one of her jobs was like a waitress or something, standing up. I think she did something in the trucking industry, and then the other job was waitressing to take care of her 3 kids. Most of us that are parents, right? You don't even have to be a parent. You may have some cause or something. Maybe your cause is you. You're the cause, right? You are the charity that you want to give to, right? Maybe that's your thing. Whatever it is, we all have some reason. But like I said, how many of you guys have jobs? And hey, to all of the thousands of you looking outside, come on. And so we go to these jobs, right? So they tell you got this job and it's 8 hours a day. Now, maybe they give you 30 minutes for lunch or an hour for lunch or whatever. Most of the times I did like corporate stuff, or I worked for my parents, or in some kind of setting where typically the whole point is I usually had an hour a day for lunch. Then I think you get like 15-minute breaks or 30-minute breaks. I don't even remember because honestly, it's been a long time since I worked for other people like that, for real, for real. I did a little stint at Wally World. That's the craziest place to work. Walmart. Oh my God. That's a whole nother story. And then I went to work for Liberty Mutual Insurance for a minute. It was all right. But anyway, point is, you go to these jobs and you're supposed to be working 8 hours a day. Now, unless you have a job where you are like latched to your desk or your station or something like that. How many of y'all know that when people go to work, they waste so much time just BSing around, not actually working? Like they're physically in the building, the office, the truck, car, whatever, but they're not actually working. They're on their phone or they're daydreaming about something, like being anywhere but there. They're chit-chatting with other coworkers. They're doing a lot of different things. But the focused time that they put in, and here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Why this 2 hours workday is a real thing. Let's say 3 hours, okay? Because you're focused. You're almost like when you went to high school or if you went to college. Now, when I went to college, I went online. Well, the first stint I did, had classrooms, but everything else that I did it online because I did it as a grown up, right? So, you know that you have that class is, let's say that class is an hour, like, lecture or whatever. That class is 1 hour. You're focused on that one thing for that hour, right? You're not focused on, let's just make it simple. If you're in math class, you're not focused on English class. You're focused on the math class. When you leave from math class, you go to lunch. You got your little lunch period, right? And then you go to the next class. And I'm just making these classes, all of them an hour. I don't know how long classes really are anymore. My kid's been out of school a long time. Except my daughter, and she's in law school, so it's not like she needs me to sign papers or anything. Anywho, so you go to the next class, that's an hour. The next class, that's an hour. So now let's just go 3 hours out of your day. You are focused intently on what you are doing. This is how this 2 hour work day works. It's the income producing activity part. Some people say income earning. All that means is just like how I'm doing this live right now. Doing this live right now, believe it or not, is actually earning me income. How? Because as people are going to go to the link in my bio, they're going to do a couple of things. Some are just going to go and they're going to look and they're going to say, okay, this is not for me. Cool. They're still going to probably give me their email address at the very least, right? So we can stay connected. Because maybe I'll have something else later on down the line that they're interested in, or maybe their timing is just not right. And they're like, okay, I want to do this, but they put stuff off. I'm going to do it tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. Okay. And then other people are going to say, look, hot dang it, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But not only am I sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm fed up with being sick and tired. Like, I'm over it. I'm ready today to get started to change my life. Karen said I can do it. And guess what? She said I can do it because she's doing it. And inside of my Digital Wealth Academy, 140,000 people almost are doing the same thing. So here's what you do know. You know that it works. You know that people are doing it. You don't get 140,000 people purchasing a course or a program that does not work. Okay, so go to the link in my bio, put in your information. Let's get connected. Go through it and see if it's for you. Now, here's what happened with me when I got started. When I initially got started with this working online thing, the last, was the last year or a year, maybe a year and a half, whatever, it was like a year, I don't know. I saw my friend Tracy, and it wasn't even on TikTok. I wasn't even on TikTok. I didn't even know people made money on TikTok. Well, I had started this TikTok account, but I never really did anything with it. I thought I was going to use it to market this weight loss product that I had, but I never really used it for that. So, Anyway, so I'm on my Facebook because I got a bunch of followers and stuff over there on my Facebook. I'm on my Facebook and I see my friend Tracy, and she had a picture of her and her son at baseball. And then she said she just got a $600 ding on her phone while at her son's baseball game. And I was like, what is a ding? So a ding in that program is what they call it when people make a sale. You get a notification like a ding on your phone. So they call it a ding. So I'm like, okay. Well, I knew her from way back in the day. She's been making money on the internet. Now, notice I said internet, not social media. She's been making money on the internet before social media was even a thing. She started with like blogging and doing ads, like they used to have forums and all of this kind of stuff. She started way back then. So this lady knows her stuff. Shout out to Tracy. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. First of all, here's what I know. I know Tracy is legit. She don't get mixed up in no nonsense, and neither do I. So I saw that, and she said $600 from her phone while she's at her son's baseball game. No MLM, no uplines, no downlines, no monthly fees, no cold calling people, no DMing people, no tracking down your friends and family, no recruiting people. Who am I talking to? Women Network Marketing folks. There was none of that. And I was like, oh, I'm intrigued. What? $600? She said, and then she said, she only works 2 hours a day. What, girl? Sign me up. Where they do that at? Sign me up, because I am here for it, because I am trying to rebuild my life, and I'm like trying to make more money and do all of the things, go live with multi-guest and mingle. Now, I don't want to do that right now. Get off my phone, TikTok. All right, so when I saw that, I was like, okay, wait. What are you doing, and how? More importantly to me is how can I do it? I know a lot of times people want people to put these big, ginormous income claims on there, like they made all this income, discussing the reality of online income versus the dream. Comment your thoughts. Okay, good job, AI summary. The time I want to get on board for real. Yes, it is. This time, yes. Get on board, DJ Globally. Come on, friend. I'm here for you. I'm going to, help you do this. And guess what? Here's the truth for everybody about digital marketing and affiliate marketing. If you're in a good program, you do not need a mentor. Now, it's wonderful to have a mentor. I have mentors, but you don't need it because inside of the program is everything you need. And the reason, here's why that's really important. I'm going to tell y'all why that's really important, that you can start this program today, that you can go right there to the link in my bio and you can click, you can go right there to the top of the page, tap on my name, go to my profile, hit that link in my bio, and you can get started today. And you don't need me. I'm glad that I'm here for you, but you don't need me. You don't need anybody. Anybody who's telling you that you need them is lying to you. Or I'm not going to say they're lying. I'm just going to say it's not really accurate, because the thing is, what if something happens to that person? I say this all the time. I grew up, I came from an entrepreneurial family. Hey, Jose, welcome in. I came from a family of entrepreneurs, right? And I've been an entrepreneur since I was 5 years old. Yes, 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. I started my first business at 5 years old. And so my dad, as I got older and worked in the family business, and I quit because we had to have floral design companies, and I didn't want to do flower work. I love flowers, but I didn't like making the bouquets and all that stuff. And so I quit. Then my dad, my dad was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I quit." And I said, "I want to be the secretary," because I was in high school. Well, I finished high school. I had just started my first year at community college. And I was like, I want to be the secretary and I want to learn how to do the bookkeeping and all of that. And if I can't do that, then I quit. So he didn't believe me. And then one day I just was like, I quit. All right. So I go home and I'm home, and my mom calls and she says, "Get dressed. Your dad is on the way to pick you up." And I'm like, "Pick me up? I told Daddy I quit. I'm not coming back to work." She said, "You better be dressed when your dad gets there." How many of y'all know that I went and I got dressed? Okay, so I went and I got dressed. And then my dad gets to the house and he's like, "Get in the car." And I get in the car and, I'm like, "Where are we going?" He's like, just be quiet. So I'm like, "All right." So we get to the flower shop. So I'm just sitting in the car because I'm not getting out. I'm not going in there. You can't make me work here. I'm an American. I have rights. I don't have to go and work for you guys anymore if I don't want to, even though I still live in your house and eat your food. And I brought a whole baby in here too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm there and I'm at the flower shop. My dad says, "Come on, get out the car." So I get out the car. And the way our building was, it was in the corner. So if you're from Philly, if you're from any big city, and you know how the build is, if you're from Philly, my parents' flower shop was at 52nd and Master, right across from Bible Way Baptist Church. I believe it's that area is a parking lot now. But it used to be my parents' floral business. Then there was a store next to it that we used for like storeroom and stuff. Then there was another store next to it, which was my aunt's beauty salon. And then there were apartments upstairs in this building. Okay, so my dad takes me, but he doesn't take me to the front entrance where the flower shop is. He takes me to the next building, the next room, because it was all one big building. Takes me to the next door. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" So he opens the door and I get in and he's got this whole office fixed up for me. My dad was awesome. I'm telling you, he was amazing. So he had fixed up the whole office. He moved all the file cabinets and all of this stuff in the desk that was in the other area. He moved all of that into the office. So now I had an office. And I was like, "What? My first office?" He said, "Okay, you want to be the secretary? You want to do the books? You got the job. You're hired, and you better do a good job, because just like you're hired, you can be fired." I'm like, "How you gonna fire me when I quit? But I take the job." So that was really the start of me learning how to do more of the administrative and the business side of the business as opposed to working and doing the flower arranging and things like that. I was learning the business side. So I learned how to do payroll and the taxes and all of that stuff. And I'm still young. I'm like maybe 19, 20, something like that. Late, like 20s, in my 20s and like early 20s. And so, yeah, so that was awesome. All right, so the point of me saying that is to say that you can do this, right? You can do this. You can do hard things. I lost my train of thought, y'all, because I told you earlier I'm 62. I'm not right. 62 where? I don't even know how that's supposed to feel because I know there's some people out here and they like 32 and they look older than me. They act old. They're like, I'm tired. I'm old. I'm getting up there. This guy was trying to talk to me. Hey, Mr. Frank, welcome in. Welcome in, friend. Hey, 2 Scoops of Fitness. That's my son, Brandon. That's my youngest son. He's one of the twins. So, anyway, let me see if he can join me. I'm going to invite him. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can invite him. Maybe I don't know, maybe he's he's just started doing lives, you guys, and he's been talking about, because he's like really into fitness, even though he works with the ex-husband. So let me back up. For all of you who just hopped on, let me grab some water. Hold up. So all of you who just hopped on, my name is Kara, like take care of yourself. I am a mom of 6. I'm a world traveler. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have created a multi-million-dollar business offline, and now I'm doing the same thing online. And the reason that's exciting is because I can help more people. Okay, let me see. There was some people out here earlier making a bunch of noise, so that's why I went back in the house. Plus, a bug got me. Okay, so we're outside. Let me show y'all a little gazebo because the fish are out. It's got to be, the little pond thing has got to be cleaned up. And I was saying the other day, I don't know if y'all can see him swimming. I was saying the other day, it's so amazing that these fish live under this water all year long in the snow, the ice. I'm up here in the mountains of Virginia, so when it's cold, they're still up under there. It's covered, but they're living up under there. That's crazy to me. But anyway, look at God. Look at God. All right. So, sharing the story behind a digital marketing program. You're doing a good job, AI. All right. So, where I was going with that earlier. Oh, what I was saying is now this is just a ramble video. If y'all don't know, that don't like people that ramble, you can leave now because I'm just rambling, because I wasn't even going to go live today. I haven't been going live on this page. I have another page, Team Pay Daily, which I put in the chat. Let me do it again, because I'm getting ready to go to Puerto Rico for 5 months and help my daughter, who is in law school, and her hubby with my brand new first ever grandbaby jelly bean. So I'm excited about that. Let me put that page in the chat. It's Team Pay Daily. And there is another one, so make sure that you see me. Somebody has hijacked my name. But make sure when you go there, you're going to see, you'll see a lot of stuff. You'll see that I've been doing the 10-day challenge to post 10 times. I'm sorry, I've been doing a challenge that I gave myself. Hey, Donald Neal, welcome. I'm doing a challenge that I gave myself to post 10 times. Ambitious, but I might be an overachiever. You know, I told y'all I got 6 kids and I created a multi-million-dollar corporation. I might just be a little bit of an overachiever, and I'm a world traveler. But I'm telling y'all, this is simple. You can do it. Again, I was saying you don't need a mentor. That's where I was. You don't need a mentor to do this digital marketing, affiliate marketing, to make money online. If you buy a program that's a really good program, because everything should already be inside of your course. Having said that, people do get lost because people don't always, like, people have busy lives, right? And so people aren't always paying attention. It doesn't mean, as this one person was saying that I was talking about, hey, Enterprise guy, we're gonna have to go back in the house in a minute because my battery's about to die. So I forgot to charge my phone. So y'all don't even need to be smart to do this. You can forget to charge your phone before you go live. Anyway, so when you get in a program that's a really good program, a course, whatever it is, and you don't need that mentor. Oh, that's where I was going. You don't need the mentor. So the lady that's on here that was bashing these other programs, and I'm not going to say her name, because I really was interested in her program, but I just don't technically like her style. But what she's saying is good information. But what she's doing is applying it to every single person. And I'm a person that I try not to judge people. I mean, I'm sure we all judge people in some ways, but I really try to make a conscious effort not to judge people, right? So she says that, and then she says, you need to be in her program, and it's the only one to be in because you get her personally. And so, but the reason I brought up the story about with my dad, right? So he lets me be the secretary. Now this ties back in. Sorry for going the long way home, but so he lets me be the secretary, and then I'm filing, and I'm like doing a horrible job because he told me to be the secretary, but then he didn't tell me how to do all the secretary stuff. So he didn't tell me how to do all of this secretarial stuff. I was in high school. I was in the business academy, and I learned how to do some stuff. And I'm like, I know about business now. So anyway, but he didn't teach me. Okay, so he's looking for paperwork for the delivery van one day, and I happened to not be at work that day, or maybe I was in school or something. But anyway, he's like, when I get there, he's like, Kara, where is the paperwork for the van? And I'm like, what? He said, where did you put the paperwork for the van? I said, well, I filed it. He said, well, where did you file it? Because I can't find it. And I said, it's in there. He goes, where? So I come in and I look for the paperwork and I pull it out. And he's like, where was that? He said, I looked under, auto. I'm like, okay, she didn't put it under auto. Maybe she put it under car. I looked under car. He's like, I looked under C. It's not under C. He's like, so then he said, then I looked under V because maybe you filed it under van. I said, oh, it's under D. He said, D? Why would you file the paperwork for the van under D? I said, because it's a delivery van. Oh my gosh. I said, I filed the paperwork for the van under D because that van is a delivery van. My dad was like, we're going to talk when I get back. We're going to talk when I get back. But he also taught me a very important lesson, and this is the point that I wanted to make to you all about when people say they're the only way to do something. I don't like superlatives like that. I don't like when people say only, always, never, because rarely is that true. Okay. But the claim to fame is that this person is the only person that can help you. My dad said to me, he said, Kara, everyone is expendable. Every single person is expendable, meaning they can be replaced. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, you could go out here today or tomorrow and get hit by a bus and we're going to miss you, but we're going to replace you. We're going to have somebody else who's going to be here doing your job. I was like, wow. So that's my only thing about, like I said, that particular person. Maybe some of y'all know who the person is. Let me see. I'm trying to get my charger. Okay. Maybe some of you know who I'm talking about, but like I said, I'm not here to bash people. I'm just here to say that you don't need, if you're in a situation, you don't need to have somebody to hold your hand if the program is good. But here need, if you're in a situation, you don't need to have somebody to hold your hand if the program is good. But here's the good reason to have somebody who's willing to mentor you. Now, if you're in a community like ours, 140,000 plus people, um, then there's tons of people. There's all this community support. No, the founder is not going to be in, whatever every single day, but there's 140,000 people. Hello, you think you could get some help? Do you think if I can? You don't need it. But here's the thing that I noticed that I find funny, because the few people that have said to me, "Well, I got it, and now I'm looking and I don't know where to start." Can I tell you that, in the nicest possible way, every single one of these programs that you get into, I don't care what you call it, course, whatever you want to call it, they have one thing in common. They all say, start here. Start here. So that's all you're going to do. You're going to start here. Wherever they say start, that's where you start. But most people don't do that. They'll get, well, I don't know if most people, I know some people. Some people don't do that. They'll get the product, course, whatever they're going to do, and they will just start trying to jump in and figure stuff out on their own instead of going to that first thing that says start here. You want to know how come I know people do that? Because I did the same thing. The first course I got, I started looking around and trying to see what was what and figuring it. So I was going over here, then I was going over here, then I was over there, and I was up here. And no, it doesn't work like that. And I was like, okay, back up, sis, back up, back up. Debating if you need a mentor for digital marketing, share your opinion. Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm like, let me go back and let me do what I know how to do. I know how to be coachable. I know how to follow freaking directions, even though I wasn't doing it at the time. So I went back and I did what I'm telling y'all to do. I did where it says start here. So if you already are in any type of digital marketing program, affiliate program, anything where you're learning to make money online and you're confused, go back to your program. Even if you're not doing the same program I'm doing, go back inside of your program and pretend that you just got it today. You just got it today. But instead of doing what you did, you're going to follow the directions step by step. Just like when you get a new job, right? For all of those of you that have jobs, just like when you get a job, they don't just, well, some jobs do just throw you in there, but most of them are going to say, here's what you do. Even if you've been in that industry for a long time and you switch jobs, when you get to that job, they're going to tell you how to do that job for that company. So this is no different. So that's how come we don't have to complicate stuff. Okay, so that was my whole Robin Hood's barn, as my mom said. That was my whole story about why you don't need a mentor. Because just like my dad said, if somebody is saying they're the only person that can do this, then what happens when the only person, something happens to the only person? You're going to be kind of SOL. Maybe, maybe not, because I don't know how their whole system is set up. So I'm not saying anything bad about them. I actually kind of like their style, but that's just the one part I don't like. Okay, so but that's life. Like I know people, everybody in my family is at least one thing that I don't like about them. Even my closest friends, there's like one thing, at least one thing that I don't like about them, right? That doesn't mean I don't like them. It doesn't mean they're not awesome. It's just something, one thing that I don't like. And that's the one thing that I don't like about that particular person's style. Okay, now, go if you are ready to make some money online from your phone, working a couple hours a day, then you can do this. Go to the link in my bio, put in your information, or drop ready in the comments. Go to any one of my pages. Hey, APX, I'm sorry, I don't know all, it's a bunch of letters, but welcome in. Okay, so I'm going to Puerto Rico for about 5 months to help my daughter who's finishing up law school, my son-in-law, because he works online, with my one and only grandson, my little jelly bean, and he's 5 months old. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm gonna be working from the beach. So I was able to go, I went a couple of years ago, like year before last. And I was there for about 3 months while my daughter was in law school, and she was there. Um, where they are is 3 blocks from the beach. So I'm gonna be 3 blocks from the beach. So I'm looking forward to putting this kid in the stroller and taking him to the beach and getting some day passes for the different resorts and stuff, and hanging out at the pools and all that kind of stuff, and just enjoying life and being able to work, because this is a lifestyle business. Really, I can work from wherever I want to work. And then let me go back to if you just started, just join me, and all the millions of you on the outside looking in, welcome in. Hey, if you haven't done your daily heart me, please go up there to the top of my page and hit that orange button. Do that daily heart me. Follow me if you are a real account. If you're a spammer, scammer, or sugar daddy, please don't follow me, because I guarantee you, promise you, and I'm letting you know right now, I'm putting you on notice, I will not follow you back. And if you're doing the most, I might report you. I'm definitely going to block you, but so don't follow me, because you mess up my real followers, the people that are legit, that really want to connect with people. And also, you don't have to do that. I think some of these scammers don't know that there's a way to do stuff legit, because I do still believe in this day and age that people are genuinely good. I mean, there's some creeps out here. We have a lot of them in the U.S., in our Congress, and in all of our branches of the government, and that's all I'm going to say about that. If y'all don't believe that bunch of scammers, spammers, and sugar daddies, I don't know what else to tell you. You know they're not faithful. You know that some of them say they're not going to heaven and all this. I don't know who's going to heaven or not. I don't got the keys to the kingdom. Okay, that has nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you, for you, if you want to change your life, then go to the link in my bio, put in your information, or drop a comment. Stay ready. If you have any questions at all, ask me. Put them in the chat. Ask me. Whether you want to ask me about this, about making money online, which is what we're really talking about. If you want to find out anything else, and here's another tip on seeing if people are legit. Now, if you ask me, if you say, Kara, I'm still a little skeptical. I know people are making money online. I believe that. I don't think everything is a scam, because if you're a person like that has that kind of you can't trust anything mindset, it's going to be hard for you to succeed, because then you're going to be worried about if people can trust you. And that's a real thing. So just check yourself a little bit. Let me give y'all some shout outs. Hey, I'm sorry, I can't tell what your name is. Hey, Alejandro. Hey, Unicorn. So what you can do is you can ask the person to send you an email. So if you give me your email address, right, I will email you, and then we can connect that way. So you know that you're going to get a legit email from me. It's going to come from a domain.com. It's not going to it's going to be .com or .ai, whichever one is on it. You'll see it when you get started. If you want me to send you a voice message, I can DM you a voice message, but you have to ask me. I do not DM people first. Hello. Please be aware, these scammers, spammers, and sugar daddies, they already have a fake Team Pay Daily page of me. So make sure when you go on there that you see my link, that you can click there, that if you have any questions, you can DM me. I will leave you a voice message. We can talk in the DMs for about 2.5 seconds, because the whole point of this is you don't need a mentor. You don't need to be in people's DMs. And the reason that's good news for you guys, right, is because when you get started, What would you teach somebody? How to be a hot mess express, right? If you're brand new and you're just learning, what could you teach somebody about digital marketing or affiliate marketing or making money online or creating a digital product or whatever if you haven't done it? You can't do it. So don't get caught up in that. So when people are telling you like, well, you have to have a mentor or you have to do it this way or you need no, it's not true. It's just not true. It's just a flat out freaking lie. And so I said earlier that I was rambling today. So for those of you who don't like the rambling, I'm sorry. Come on another day when I'm focused, me. All right. So now let me pick up another point that I had earlier, which was about the 2 hour workday. So when you hear these people saying, hey, what is this? Let me get your name right. Hey, Sappa Color Vibe. Hey, Aquil, welcome. So y'all take your finger, tap on the screen. Do it for me twice, even if you got to hit and run. Those of y'all on the outside looking in, if you don't mind, just pop in, tap on the screen like 4 times for me, and then go ahead and do whatever you got to do for the day. I know sometimes people don't want to come into lives because they don't want to be put on the spot. They don't feel like commenting. I've done it myself, so I'm not telling y'all something I haven't done, but it's not really good, especially if you want to grow on TikTok. Especially those of you who need a certain amount of followers. Now, what I do, the digital and affiliate marketing and the making money online space that I'm in, you don't need a bunch of followers. You can just go live and you can have 3 people on your live, and one of those people can say, wow, this sounds like something I want to do. And they can go to the link in your bio, just like they go to the link in mine, and they can put in their information just like they do on mine, and they can put in their payment method and get started today, just like they do in mine. And you can make $422 every time somebody does that. So you don't even need a big following. I'm debunking online myths, making money, ask about affiliate marketing. I love you, AI Summary. You're doing a good job. Okay, so the 2 hour workday. Because somebody was saying that's not true. So here's what I was saying. I was saying just like when we're in school, we go to a class for a certain number of hours a day. So I said we're going to just use 3. Let's just forget about 2 hours. We'll say 3 hours a day to get your income producing activities done. Especially when you're new, because there's a learning curve, right? You haven't done it before, so you have to learn some things. Anybody who's telling you that you can just pick up your phone and hop online and start making a bunch of money, go to Canva, create your own product, you're going to make a buttload of money today with this $7 product. You can't do it. They're lying. First of all, if you've never done anything online, you don't even know what the heck Canva is. So even if they tell you what Canva is, you still got to get in there. You still have to learn how to do it. They make it seem like, oh, you just go here, click there, paste there. Yes, because they've already been doing it. So of course, just like me, I'm on my other page, I'm doing a challenge that I created for myself, posting 10 times a day on TikTok. Well, of course, it doesn't take me 10 hours to put a video up anymore because I know how to do it. I've been doing it for a while, right? So maybe 10 minutes I can and if I do like a little short reel, like the little 5-second reels, it only takes me about 5 minutes. Now, it doesn't even really take that long. For me, tell you personally, what takes me longest is I like to go and copy and paste the same keywords and stuff that worked for a video. So sometimes I gotta go look and be like, where did I put that? Instead of just talking to my phone. But anyway, I don't know why I do that, but that's what I do. And there's an easier way. Hey, beautifully tied. So let's see. Hey, Z. Oh, something bunch of. Okay, so you're gonna focus on the 2 hour your 2 hour workday. So here's what you do. Here's how these 2 hours work. Focused energy, right? You don't have to do it all at one time. You can split it up in the nooks and crannies of your day. 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here, whatever, to equal out to 2 hours per day. Now, that's what my friend Amy that I was talking to you about earlier did when she was working this 18 hours a day, which meant she only had 6 hours in her day, basically to herself. So that's, going home, trying to spend whatever little time she could with her 3 teenage kids. She realized they were growing, life was passing her by, and she's like, I've got to make a change. So she discovered this program on TikTok and she got started, and now I believe she's close to 1 million if she hasn't crossed that $1 million mark, but she's really up there. And this program has only been out for, I want to say, a few years. So anyway, like maybe 3. All right, so you focus 2 hours a day. All right, so the first 30 minutes you're going to spend copy and pasting pre-made ads. So the ads are already done. Give you all the websites. You're going to copy and paste and put these ads on free websites if that's something you want to do. The second, then you're going to take 15 minutes and you're going to respond to comments and emails. Now, if you are new, you're probably not going to have any comments or emails. I'll give you a tip that I do is go into your program, whether you're doing my program or any other program, in your community or either in your program, you're going to see frequently asked questions. You could even go to ChatGPT and say, what are the most frequently asked questions about digital marketing or affiliate marketing or whatever your product is, right? And then come back and do a little post and tell people about this frequently asked question. You can pick one or you could do several. Okay. So you're going to spend 15 minutes responding to comments and emails or commenting on frequently asked questions. Okay. Then you're going to do, what I do is you go live for 45 minutes a day, right? So you can do it for an hour a day. I usually, if I go live, I try to do between 30 minutes and an hour. I've been on here almost 2 hours. I'm getting ready to get off because I got to, that showed y'all earlier, whoever was here earlier, this is all this stuff that I have to sort through. Well, there's more than this. I just put everything, I pulled every scrap of clothing, fabric, everything from all over the place. Attic, basement, wherever I saw stuff that was fabric, I pulled it all out. So I could get it sorted before I go to Puerto Rico. Okay, so that's the next thing you're going to do. You're going to go live. Now, if you don't want to go live, you don't have to go live. Going live is an alternative to copying and pasting free ads, okay? So you can go live if you want to go live, or you don't have to. And then you're going to spend like 15 minutes in training. You're going to hop into one of the trainings. Again, most of these programs that you have, definitely Digital Wealth Academy, you have trainings in there. You're going to hop on one, 15 minutes a day. Even if it's an hour, just do 15 minutes because you're not trying to burn yourself out, you guys. You're just trying to learn what you need to learn. And then you're going to come back and you're going to tell people, especially if you're new. All right, so that is your 2-hour workday. But all of those things are you focused on making income. They're not you scrolling. They're not you watching everybody else's live. That is a part of learning. So this is the difference. So when people say you cannot work for 2 hours a day, of course you can. Some of y'all go to your jobs and you're there for 8 hours a day. You got an hour for lunch, maybe another hour between the breaks they give you and the breaks you give yourself, right? So you already wasted 2 hours of the company's time right there. And then you got time between chit-chatting with people and researching or whatever, doing other things. But the time that you're really focused on your actual job and the thing that you're supposed to get done, for the average person that don't, I know we're a lot of overachievers. I'm an overachiever too. Y'all know I created a multi-million-dollar business. I have 6 kids and I'm a world traveler. Like I'm not a local travel. I'm a world traveler, right? So some of us go to work for 8 hours and we actually put in like 5 or 6 hours of work. But you can't really, your brain can't stay fully focused for most people that long at a time. That's why they give you breaks. Okay, now, Maybe have a job you love, maybe have a job you hate. I'm not here to tell you to quit your job. That's not my mission. I'm here to tell you that you can do this, that you can start today, that you can go to the link in my bio, you can get started, and you can do this. And that's how the 2 hour workday works. And so you can do it 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. That is what Amy with the 18 hours a day jobs did. She did 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. She would get on a training when she could get on a training. So there's nobody who can say they can't do this because you can do it. You're just used to giving yourself excuses. So knock it off. Stop giving yourself excuses. And I saw an old video that I did today. I saw it on my Facebook memories. And it was about, I could give myself all these excuses for why I couldn't do something. I started this awesome multi-million dollar business. It started out as a small business, built that up. Within 3 years, we made our first million, and then it just kept going and going and going. The company still exists. It used to be called 6K Systems. Now it's Crittenton Consulting, and I'm Kara Crittenton, right? But I walked away. Bye-bye, I gotta go. I was like a runaway slave. When I got my freedom papers, aka divorce papers, I was like a runaway slave headed north. I never looked back, and it was one of the best things I ever did. But I had to start over, and it was hard. And it was a lot of nights I stayed up. A lot of nights I cried, not over the ex, because that person was toxic for me. So I never shed a tear, not one. When I tell y'all I didn't shed one tear over that man, I did not shed one tear over him. I shed tears about things that were done to other people that had nothing to do with the situation, about my kids not having the 2-parent household anymore, about, just how things were done that shouldn't have been done. I shed tears over that, but never over him. And so that's awesome. And that's also a word for some of y'all that if I'm not telling you to leave your person. So don't go on there telling your man or your woman what Kara said to leave you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you are at the point where you need to make a big change, right? If you're at the point where you need to make a big change, then go ahead and make that change. Have a plan and a strategy in place before you make that change. Okay. So I got blindsided. I had to start all over, and it was hard. It was really hard, but I figured it out. So some of y'all, especially on this page, you know me from other business ventures. You may know me from the music industry. I had a full-service entertainment company. I was part of a full-service entertainment company in Philly. We had singers, songwriters, dancers. I had Emmy and Grammy award-winning singers, songwriters, and producers that I worked with. We did the Cedric the Entertainer national, international tour all over the country and in the Bahamas and all this cool stuff. I worked with other groups that toured in Japan and all over the world. And then I went on to when I moved to the Carolinas, I worked with another group of people, and I was the vice president there. And we did like these Love and Hip Hop parties with like Cardi B and all the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and New York people and all this stuff. So I have had a lot of stuff that I've done, but nothing has been as simple as doing this digital marketing business. Nothing has been as simple as this. Notice I say simple and not easy. Notice I said simple and not easy, because how many of y'all know that it's simple to ride a bike once you know how to ride a bike, right? How many people can attest to the fact that once you know how to ride a bike, it's easy to ride a bike? Drop biker me. Okay, hey, Eliandris, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So it's simple to ride a bike, but it's not easy when you don't know how. So it's the same thing with this. So people are telling you and making you feel like you can just hop on here today and make a bunch of money tomorrow, and you've had zero experience and you don't know anything. I'm not going to say that's not true, but I'm going to say that you are doing something very different than what most people are doing. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that you're doing something that most people are not doing. Okay. So I've said all of that. I'm about to get off here. I didn't eat yet. I'm going to eat. It's already 2:38 on the East Coast. And I go live, y'all, mostly on my Team Pay Daily page until I get another phone because what I was doing was using one phone to go live here and the other phone to be on my Team Pay Daily page. And so this account, this page here, I'm pivoting the direction of this page to mainly focus on Gen X and Boomer like women, ladies, um, and help you, those of you who are trying to start over, reinvent your life, or you're just not even trying to start over. You're just like, God, I need to change. Like everything I've been doing sucks. There's wars going on. Listen, the Bible says there's going to be wars and rumors of wars until the end of time. You have survived every single day on this planet. You survived today and you will survive tomorrow. But here's the thing. If by the grace of God, you're here, blah, blah. What is it? I don't want to even start trying to say it. But anyway, by the grace of God, if you are here tomorrow, then you will have survived tomorrow. But let's get from surviving to thriving. And that's where I had to get. And that's where I want to take all of you that are willing. I don't want to take naysayers. If you're a whiner, if you're a complainer, if you're a naysayer, a Debbie Downer, a gloomy Gus, everything is miserable, the sky is falling, you can't trust nobody to do nothing, I don't want to work with you no. Now, if you're those things, but you're also like, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and take a chance. But it's probably a scam, but I'm going to take a chance. If that's you, then welcome into YouTube. You got to take a chance sometime in life. You can do this on an installment plan, so you don't have to put a bunch of money out today. When you do that installment, you're going to get access to the program. So you're going to look and see if this is something for you or it's not for you. It's not complicated. So it doesn't need to be made complicated. Hey, Lobo, welcome. Hey, beautifully tied. Oh, there's you are. All right, so I'm hopping off here. Let me get packed up, cleaned up, and all this stuff because I'm going to have all of this crap done today so I can move on to the next thing so I can be ready. Today is day 8. Wait, I'm leaving next Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Technically, it's a week. So I'm leaving in a week. I'm going to Puerto Rico for 5 months in a week, you guys. However many days that is, that's what I'm doing. So if I count today, then it's 8 days. But if I go from whatever. The point is, you don't got to be a genius to do this. Oh, that's what I was going to tell y'all earlier. When people think that they can't do it because they're not smart enough. People think they're not smart enough to learn. This is very simple. These programs, not only my program, most of these programs are set up so they're very, very simple. Like most of this stuff is written on a 5th grade level. So if you can read and write on a 5th grade level, then you can do this. It doesn't matter how old you are. The only thing you have to be is 18. But people are doing this with their kids, and they're doing this thing, UGC, which I'm about to get into, but I'm waiting until I get to Puerto Rico so I can see what my grandma duties are going to be with my little jelly bean while my daughter's in law school and my son-in-law is working online. All right, so once I know how my day is going to look, I'm going to get into this user-generated content, which is basically where companies pay you to talk about the delicious Jiffy Mix recipe that you're about to make with these. You're going to make these muffins and they're going to be delicious and blah, 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 blah. Whatever you're going to talk about. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not making these, but I'm just saying. They pay you. They tell you what to make. Like make a 30-second, not a 30-minute video, a 30-second video showing you using their product. Like earlier, I was putting the stuff in my hair and on my face. And I said, I'm 62. I know I can't believe it either, right? 62 where? Y'all want to know where I'm 62? On my birth certificate. And my knees. Yeah, I'm definitely 62 there. But anyway, y'all listen, get in where you fit in. Do what you got to do. Make a difference today in your world and in the world of somebody else, in your life, and the lives of somebody else. Welcome in a digital world. Welcome. Sorry for whatever. If I'm messing up your name, I didn't have my glasses on. All right. Okay. Sharing, debunking online myths. This is cool. I love this AI summary. Okay. So that's what it is. Get in where you fit in. Some people get started for $0 down. Some people get started for like 47, or you can just pay the whole thing. That's what I did. Every time somebody gets started with you, again, this is not network marketing, no MLM, no uplines, downlines, no cold calling people, no recruiting people, no DMing people, no, what else do they do in those companies? No, what any of that stuff, none of that. So all my network marketing people that are looking for a way to even promote the network company that you believe, get in here, stop playing around, get in. You can do this. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm getting off here. Go do the things, or put ready in the comments somewhere, and let's get started. I wanted to think there was one more thing I wanted to tell y'all. What was it? Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, follow me. Oh, that's right. Follow me on my journey while I'm getting ready to go to Puerto Rico for 5 months and work from the beach and help my daughter while she's in law school and play with my little first ever grandbaby, my little jelly bean. I'm so excited. Come on and join me on the journey, y'all. Yes, join me. Join me. Join me. Join me. You know what school is? We don't have to be desperate to tell people to join us. We just have to come on and talk to people, tell them what we're doing. You don't even have to show your face doing this. Let me show y'all a complete example of faceless marketing. And I might use this. I might actually use this. So I'm going to flip my camera around. This is what faceless marketing could look like. You could be outside, like earlier we were outside looking at the fish in the pond, and I was sitting in the gazebo, and then you could do this. Okay, here we go. See, let me flip the camera around. You can't wait to go to hang out at the beach for 5 months in Puerto Rico and help your daughter who's finishing law school with your brand new grandson. But first, you gotta clear this clutter. Hey, follow me on my journey as I get ready to go to Puerto Rico. And then when I get there, follow me while I work from the beach and help change people's lives through digital and affiliate marketing. You can do this. Bye. Okay? All right. So, yay. See how easy that was? That's a whole video, which y'all are going to see. Y'all are going to see that video. Because when I finish this live, and this is for those of you who don't know, when you go live, when you finish, it will give you highlights, but also you can make clips. So you can take clips, and I'll take a clip of that part. And then once I get everything cleaned up and organized, I'll do another video that shows the finished product and what it looks like right now. You can do this for anything. Maybe you make cakes or cookies. I have a friend that's a baker, and whatever. You can show people the before and after product. Maybe you can talk about somebody else's results, whatever, and you never have to show your face. So when I post that, so when you're done with your live, let me back to, when you're done with your live, TikTok will automatically give you highlights, but then you can go in and you can clip the videos at different spots. You can save them, and then you can go and edit them yourself and put the stuff in the order that you want it to be in, which is what I'm going to do with this video later. And y'all are going to see this pieces of this live later show up on my page as videos, because I started rambling. So I'm going to take, when I started talking about the 2-hour workday and then I was rambling, I'm going to take where I finished talking about the 2-hour workday in between the rambling. So I cut out all the rambling part. And when you see that as a video, you're only going to see where I'm talking about the 2-hour workday. When I talked about how I walked away from everything, including this multi-million-dollar business that I created, and started all over. And it wasn't easy. Even if I started rambling, I can cut out the rambling and I'll talk about, when you see the video, it'll just be about that specific thing. Welcome in, Brian. Welcome in, Brian. Oh, here's a funny story about your name, Brian. So my ex was named Brian with a Y, and my second son, I have 5 sons and 1 daughter because I'm a mom of 6. And my second son is also Brian with a Y, right? So people say, when you call your son Brian, don't you think about your ex? I'm like, no, it never even crosses my mind. It's like, they're just 2 completely different people. So I thought that was funny. Maybe it wasn't funny to y'all, but it was funny to me. So you can do that, but let me give y'all a secret tip. There's some app called Opus Clip. I haven't used it, but I know some people do use it. But also, here's what I do. I download my lives. I download my lives, right, when they're done. TikTok will save it. I download it, and then I take that download and I upload it to FB. Now, TikTok don't like you talking about no other apps. They are like a jealous boyfriend or girlfriend. Don't talk about no apps except for me. I'm kind of like that too. Y'all want to hear about no other woman, but anyway, I really don't care. But anyway, see how I just rambled there? That's okay, because when you see this edited, I'm going to cut out the ramble, or maybe I'll leave it in. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Go to download your TikTok video, TikTok Live. Go over to FB, and you can either do this on your personal page, or if you have a business page. Now I have another business page that I set up that I only use it as like a holding place, so it doesn't clog up my main page and it doesn't clog up any of my business pages or anything, right? But you take it over there, you're going to upload it to FB. When you upload it, you're going to hit next, and it's going to give you the option to turn it into a playlist. It's going to say save as playlist. So you're going to save it as a playlist. If you don't know what FB is, you have not been in the digital world that long. It rhymes with race cook, okay? TikTok don't want y'all talking about these other people. Just talk. So go over there, upload it, put save as playlist. It's going to turn your entire live into a whole bunch of like 30-second clips. Now it's going to be a lot easier to go and grab those clips that are related to each other. So let's say when it makes my clip, I first started talking about the 2-hour workday at like maybe on clip number 40, right? And it turned it into, let's go 70 or 80 clips. So then when I picked up talking about it, it's on clip number 70. I'm just going to take clip number 40 and clip number 70, and I'm going to combine them together. It's very simple. You can find out how to do that on YT. Now, if y'all don't know what YT is, YouRube. It's rhymes with Mooroob, okay? You can find a video on how to edit a clip, how to edit your clips together. It's very simple. You probably can find somebody teaching you how to do it right here on TikTok. Okay, and then you're going to do that, and then you're going to be able to upload those videos on all your different social media. So that's awesome. And it's so simple, so you don't have to pay for editing software and all. I do so many things, honestly, that I don't even use any software. I'm going to start using some because I'm going to become affiliate of those programs. But even like when I do my AI, here's what I do. I will take a picture of myself, or I will go over to FB or IG, okay? And they have a thing where they will make you an AI image, or you can do it in ChatGPT or whatever, okay? So you're going to take your AI image, or what I do is if I just want to use a picture I already have, which is most of the time, I take a picture, I bring it over here to TikTok, I go to my stories, and it says photos. So I put photo and it'll say create the AI. I let TikTok create the AI image and take that picture and turn it into a video. And then I just put some text on the screen and some trending music. And honestly, it's way simpler than it sounds. Maybe I'll walk y'all through that one day. Maybe. I don't know. If I do, it'll be after I'm in Puerto Rico on the beach playing with my little grandson. All right, y'all. Go ahead, get started, get in where you fit. And everybody who said, look, I'm sick of damn tired of being sick of damn tired. I'm tired of being on a struggle bus. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of being on a fixed income because I'm retired and I only get Social Security or whatever I may or may not get from a job. Or maybe you already have some money, because everybody who's doing this stuff is not broke. That's why we have doctors and lawyers and Indian chiefs in here. I don't think that was politically correct to say Indian chiefs. Y'all forgive me. Charge it to being the tail end of the boomers. Of course, I come outside and now they're mowing or something. Oh my God. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Have a great day. If you have any questions, let's talk later. But please go to my other page, Team Pay Daily, as well. Follow me there because until I get my other phone, I'm not live here as much as I am there. So, all right, I'm out of here, y'all. Have a great day. Thanks for dropping it. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for the support. Follow each other. If you're not following each other, do all of the things. Whatever it is you do, we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Have a great day.